Hey guys, welcome back to the Beavis and Butthead ranking for Season 3. Let's get started. Sperm Bank. The duo need money, so they go to a sperm bank. And they destroy the test tubes that have other people's sperm. And they are forced to pay up, but they get some money, so they buy a bunch of dirty magazines. And this episode's it's not my favorite episode, but I can tolerate it, Bopping stuff. After Buzzcat thinks that they have low self-esteem, he puts them in a weight training course, and by the end of the episode, they're motivated, pretty much, which kind of has some cool stuff with it, including Butthead kicking him in his private parts, and Beavis choking on a bar. But they're trying, and by the end of the episode, they have self-esteem. Citizen Butthead. The duo school has President Clinton, who was president at the time of the episode aired in 1993, at their school, and Beavis and Butthead get a pass to stay away, even though they have no idea, and one of the Secret Service members mistakes the pass to be for where the president's going to be. So they get on the microphone and they start doing inappropriate jokes, and apparently that gets Butthead and Beavis to become Student of the Year, I think that was called. They get like a picture taken with President Clinton. They get it put in the wall and stuff. So that's pretty cool. Good episode. Love this one. This was one of my favorites. Yeah, it's a great episode. Politically correct. Also, I was able to get this frame of the episode by pausing it very slowly, and it actually worked, so that's pretty cool. The duo unintentionally sign up for class treasurer, and they only get one vote. And you can find this episode. It is really good. I like this episode a lot. It's pretty good. Ball breakers. The duo go to a bowling alley and steal Tom Anderson's ball to break it off the roof because they claim that there's human parts inside of it. They use dynamite. They use little M80s they got from Mexico, and if Beavis gets badly injured, and and they break bowling, and after it blows up, Tom Anderson gets arrested because they claim it's a bomb, and then they get interviewed about it, and Also, this was actually the last episode that featured Butthead's deep voice, like a and then it went from kind of like that. But yeah, it's a good episode. I like it a lot. One of my favorites from the season. So yeah, pretty good. Good stuff. Meet God. After the duo is trying to hitchhike to Sword Chicks, they get picked up by a person who takes them to a place, and the person there claims to be God. This was the last two-part episode. Kidnap, Citizen Butthead, and Meet God were the only two-part episodes. I think Most Wanted was supposed to be a two-part episode, but I don't think it took place that way. So, but yeah, it's a good episode, not bad. True crime. Also, when they were watching music videos in this episode, there was money on the couch. That's actually one of the moments. I think this is like either the first or it's one of those moments. It's one of the moments where the music videos, they have a reference to the episode itself. So this is it. So you can find the music videos online. One of them was, I believe it was Vanilla Ice Baby. So yeah, you should check that one out. The Trial. Personally, this is one of my top 5 favorite episodes from the show, so it's a good episode. The duo are being charged with trespassing and vandalism after egging Tom Anderson's house, and the only lawyer knowledge they have is Butthead and Beavis watching the pupils court in the jail cell before they go to the trial. And the host from the pupils court, tells Butthead to use the Force, and they almost get away with it. But because Butthead mentioned that the eggs were rotten, which wasn't mentioned anywhere else in the police report, they get sentenced. The jury finds them guilty, and they're sentenced to 500 hours of community service, teaching children who still have good lives ahead of them. But guess what they do? They just teach them how to egg houses. So yeah, good episode, not bad. This is one of my favorites. It's very good. The writing's great, and the voice acting is good. The Crush. Yeah, this is actually a cut scene, but we're gonna do it anyways. This is actually the first appearance of Todd and the Sheldon eating their nachos. Also, the Maxi Mart. It was Quick Mark, I think. But now it was Maxi Mart. It's Maxi Mart now, but it used to be Quick Mark, I believe. Yeah. The duo meet Todd after he kicks their ass, and they think he's so cool that they try to join his gang. But after being tortured, they don't join his gang. And next time he wants them to bring gas money and stuff. But yeah. Also, I think this wasn't deleted, see, as you see in there, but if it isn't, then it isn't. But for the most part, I think this was deleted. Anyways, good episode, not bad. Play Frisbee. Actually, this is actually my favorite episode off the, Mike Judge collection. Yeah, good episode from season 3. After watching the Olympics with Stewart, and it was about Frisbee, they used a plate that they were eating with their cookies, and they decided to use they used the plate as a Frisbee, and they caused some crashes on the road. But overall, it's pretty good. I just suggest you check it out. This was a good episode. I think it's better than The Crush. But yeah, it's a great episode. Canoe. After the duo are required to go on a camping trip, a canoeing trip, all their stuff gets into a canoe. They get all wet. They have to wipe their poop with leaves, which gets them poison ivy, and they can be seen scratching during Van Driessen. So men have feelings too, which includes Van Driessen getting eaten by a bear, and Stewart, Beavis, and Butthead are enjoying it and finding it funny. Good episode. Love this one. Young, Gifted, and Crude. After the duo unintentionally get into a gifted class, they think everything sucks, so they get sent back. And this person right here with the computer was actually plugged in with stuff to make him smart. And after them realizing that he was actually dumb, they sent him back to the actual school, not the gifted class. And they beat the crap out of him. And Todd actually makes an appearance. Yeah. Even though in Steamroller, which aired in 1995, and this one that aired in 1993, in 1995, when Steamroller aired, it talks about him dropping out, I believe, 2 years ago. But this episode, he is perfectly. But in this episode, he's shown kicking their butts. So here, I'll show you. Okay, watch this. You can see Todd right there. That is Todd. Yeah. Good episode, like it. Foreign exchange. A foreign exchange student from Japan needs to be shown American life, and the duo shows him American life, but they make him dumb like they are. But overall, this episode is very good. They're being very nice to the kid, and it's a good episode. I like it a lot. Very Christmas episode. It was a Christmas special. I could not find the actual episode. I could find the Do Christmas, which was some stuff from the 1995 Christmas special spliced together. So I just found one of the videos they were reacting to. But yeah, this episode is just them reacting to videos. That's pretty much all it is. It's just them watching Christmas-related music videos. But it's okay. I like it a lot. Yeah, good episode. Closing time. And we have 2 more episodes of Season 3 to go through, and then we're going to rank all of them. This is a great episode, I will admit that. So let's get right into it. The duo have a late shift at Burger World, and They're doing their normal shenanigans, and after something hits the ceiling fan, they decide to throw a bunch of food at the ceiling fan, which causes a health inspector to come in. And he smells fries, and they offer him burgers, but he claims they're probably too old enough to get worms, even though they literally feed him worms. But overall, this is a great episode, especially the fan scene. Also, the quality of the episode is extremely well, and I recommend you really watch this. It's in my top 5 favorite episodes of season 3. It is also the last episode to air before in 1993, and it's also the last episode to air in 1993, and it's also the last episode. This episode aired on December 23rd of 1993, and then the next day was Christmas Eve, and then December 25th is obviously Christmas. So that's pretty cool. And we have one more, so let's get right into it. Good episode. I give this definitely an 8 out of 10. Or 9 out of 10. Yeah, good episode. Great episode. Most Wanted. This was the only season 3 episode to air in 1994, and then it was in March 1994, and then later that month, season 4 aired with I think it's the first with its first couple of episodes. I know there was more than 5, so that's pretty cool. But let's get right into it. After the duo scene escaped from prison, they decide to look for it because there's a $25,000 reward, and they claim they can get tattoos with that kind of money. Even though they find him in his backyard, and he has the word killer tattooed on his forehead, and they claim it says Kyler. And when my dad overheard me watching this, he laughed so hard. He's like, "Oh my God, they're so dumb." But that's the point of Beavis and Butthead. So this was a great episode. It's not my favorite episode out of season 3. Actually, it's my least favorite episode of season 3. But pretty much 70% of it, it's right on the money. It's pretty good. It's a very good episode. Okay, dude, it's time to rank. I have my paper here. So I actually divided them into 3 columns. Kind of feel like that's kind of how I should do it. First column was from comedians to Buff and Stuff. Second one was Citizen Butthead to the trial, and number 3 was The Crush all the way to Most Wanted. So I'm going to start from comedians. Here we go. Incognito, couch fishing, Buff and Stuff, comedians, car wash, cleaning house, scratch and win, scared straight, tornado, kidnapped, eating contest, sporting goods, naked colony, sperm bank. Second column, Citizen Butthead. This is from best to least best. Citizen Butthead, politically correct, ball breakers, the trial, meet God, true crime. Last column, let's go. Closing time, canoe, young, gifted, and crude, played frisbee. Foreign exchange, the crush, Christmas episode, Christmas special, and Most Wanted. That all of these 3 columns were from best to least favorite. Go. Pause that. If you want to read any of that, that's my handwriting. Give some time. Okay. There's some time to look at that. I don't know if it's backwards. And then there's some time to look at that. Perfect. And I put the initials, but you can probably remember from everything. Great season, best season of Beavis and Butthead. I really suggest you guys watch some of these episodes. They're really good. And that's all I've got for today's video. Make the world a better place and peace. Love you. Bye. Check it out.